Alrighty guys, here I am in my daily driving BMW 535, and this morning I went ahead and got in the car to go get some parts for the GMC that we're working on. And as I get in the car, it's not doing anything. It's completely dead, and it is showing me that the transmission malfunction. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's not doing anything. There's no power to the car. Oh, it did something right there, but it will not start the car. It just does that. So I'm gonna go ahead and run some codes and see what's wrong with it. I'm gonna go grab my scanner real quick and see what is up with it, so I luckily have two cars behind me that I can go get the parts in, but I am gonna see what is wrong with this car because this is my daily right now. All right, here we go guys. I got my scanner and I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in real quick and let's see what is up with it. All right, here we go. We're running the codes. I don't know how well it's gonna run the codes since I don't even have, it won't even let me turn the ignition on, but let's see what we get. It's just working on it right now, and I'll show you guys once it reads all the codes. Here we go. I got this. I'm gonna press next and let's see if it works. It's on that. It died again, but let's see if I can see the codes. All right guys, we got it to scan and it is already throwing 4 codes. Oh, there's more. Let's see once it all finishes up how many codes we got. Oh, that is a lot of codes, but let's see. All right, here we go. Fault engine starting relay and all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do some research real quick what is up with it, and I will be right back guys. Wow. All right guys, I am back in the car. I did some research on Google, and we worked on this car originally because we took the engine and transmission out on this car, and we found out that it's most likely a sensor or a ground wire issue. When we were taking the transmission out in this car, we realized that there's a ground wire that's about this big. I think I have a transmission back there. I'll show you guys. It might be corroded or disconnected somehow, so I'm gonna lift the car up and go check that transmission wire if that's still connected, because the ground, if the car is not getting the ground, will cause that issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that out. And this is the ground wire I am talking about that I am gonna go ahead underneath the car and check it out. All right guys, so I went ahead and looked underneath the car, and I do not have the time or the energy to take single thing off underneath the car and do something about it, because I need this car running. So I'm gonna come up with a way to do something better. So all it needs is a ground so it can fire up the car. So I'm gonna find a new ground point and just pinch that, and hopefully the car runs, because right now, as you guys can see, has no power. It does nothing. So I'm gonna try to figure something out and I will be back. So this is the jumper point. While I was playing around here seeing if the car would turn on, I accidentally hit the grounding points and it made some kind of noise in the ECU, so it sounded like the car had some power. So we're gonna figure out how to put a grounding point somewhere here and we can go from there. All right, so this is what I decided on going ahead. So that's the alternator, so it needs a ground wire so it can run the car. So I have an old speaker wire sitting around, and I mounted it here and do that bolt on the alternator, and as soon as I did that, the car clicked. So we're gonna go ahead, go inside the car and see if it will start. Immediately it has no power, but let's see. Oh, would you look at that. The car starts up. It has a few codes right now. I'm gonna drive it and see if it clears all the codes. It says the hood is open because it is open, but here we are. The car runs, no check engine light, and we're good. So I just figured out a quick and easy way to have your car running. Obviously I'm not gonna leave it like that, but this is my personal car and I'm driving it every single day. Once I decide to sell it, or once the days clear up and I'm done with that GMC, maybe I'll go ahead and change it. But as of right now, I have no plans to lift the car up, drop the transmission and the drive shaft, take all the exhaust shields off and get underneath there. So if your car has this issue, you can make it run every single day. Obviously, it's not up to code, but I'm driving it every single day and I am okay with it.